Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Par the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And you decided to do Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. It's a fucking classic, man.
So besides wanting to do this because you wanted a comedy,
Right.
why else would you choose this movie?
I thought, people just now, I feel like, are like, oh, Brendan Fraser. Yeah, or not Brendan Fraser. Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser needs to get his flowers. That motherfucker Ben should have got his flowers, man. He's a great actor. Like, he's put out some absolute fucking classics over the years. And I could go through them right now, and I will. Fucking this movie, right? Bedazzled. It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Blast from the Past. Have you ever seen that? It's fucking
I
great.
think I have seen that, yeah.
It's actually a movie Alicia Silverstone can act in. You know? My boy, the one from Firefly that everybody loves.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
talking
don't know.
about.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Pretty face guy.
Yeah.
He's like a little guy, Nathan Fillion. There it is. He's in it. It's a great movie. You have Dudley.
Mummy. Like, you can't go without talking about Mummy.
Oh, of course, the Mummy trilogy.
That's like his...
The third one, I love Jet Li, and I thought it was a cool storyline. It just pissed me off that they couldn't get the lady back.
Right.
Because I felt like it kind of threw the chemistry off a little
I
bit.
see.
Because they literally got the brother. You know, I mean, obviously the kid was, new, but I don't know. The third one just didn't feel as cohesive as the others.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Winterbourne. Dude, Brendan Fraser has so
I was going
many
to say,
good
you're
movies.
naming movies that are like off the wall. I was thinking like some others.
Well, like people like George of the Jungle, because like we were all kids when that came out, and he's also got Encino Man, and he's had a career for a long time. Airheads is great. I love Airheads. That's another one in my top 5 for him.
So before I get into this, I know people love Brendan Fraser, and I think he is probably the nicest guy in Hollywood. If I met him in real life, I would love to have a beer with him and sit down and have a conversation with him. That being said, I do not like his acting.
I think he's a great
do
actor.
not like him
You
as an
think he's a good
actor. And I went into this movie and I was like, I'm going to give him a fair shake. Like, I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm going to keep an open mind. And I just could not shake that feeling that I do not like him as an actor. I think he is the nicest, sweetest person
That's
I've...
heartbreaking, dude. He's just
I don't know
good.
what it is. And I was going to say it if you didn't bring it up, but Airheads. I think Airheads is where he is, like, for me.
Yeah.
He's not too crazy. He's not too serious. It's like the perfect Brendan Fraser for me. But like when he gets too silly and tries to go over the top, it kills it for me.
Yeah.
And this is him.
Yeah, so
amping
like
it
Monkey
up.
Bone and stuff like that.
Right.
Is what I think of when you're like over the top.
Yeah.
George.
And it works for Encino Man because reasons, but when it's other movies, I don't know. And plus I had a couple chuckles with this movie, Bedazzled, but it was like I was laughing at the movie, not laughing with the movie.
Oh man.
It's a super interesting concept, which is funny because I was like,
I was just about to say the great Harold Ramis directed this movie.
Right.
And wrote it, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great premise. Like, if you did meet the devil and it's a super smoking hot Elizabeth Hurley.
Can we talk about how
sexy
amazing
she is in this movie?
Not only just that, but she's just an amazing actress.
She's great.
She's so good in this movie. And Brendan Fraser was talking about she like knows what she is. She knows she's the hot girl in movies. And he was like, whenever they say cut, she goes back to like knitting, like doing like old lady shit. And I thought that's just pretty funny. Like she just plays her part.
Yeah, she's great in this. I think her and him have great chemistry in this movie.
Actually, yeah, I
makes
can
it
say that.
good.
Like I don't love him, but their chemistry, I did feel it. Yeah.
When she
Like they were actually having fun.
right, like when they would. It was just little things like when he comes back from the basketball one.
Well,
And-
what is this movie about before we start
sorry.
jumping around? I mean, I'm sure most people have seen
Brendan Fraser plays a guy named Elliot Richards who's just a loser.
So
much.
is he supposed to be a loser or whatever? Because I just found him to be an asshole.
No, it's just he's just an awkward, like, nerdy guy. Like, he just he doesn't interact well socially. Like he means well, but like he's just kind of like,
Yeah, he tries to like push his interests off on people.
I feel like everybody knows somebody that like they're not a bad person, but they're just fucking annoying. Like they can't help it. That's just how they are, you know? Fuck, you may be that person for somebody.
Right.
You know, I may be that person for somebody, but I'm just saying, like, everybody, and that's what he is. Like,
the thing is, he doesn't pick up on social cues. He doesn't realize you're uncomfortable or you don't want to talk. It's just he wants to tell you about his thing and doesn't care how it makes you feel.
Right.
So I get it. They were trying to paint him as like the loser. Nobody likes him or whatever, but he just came off as an asshole because he does not care about your feelings. He's just going to talk to you about what he wants to talk about.
Well, I think it was just like he was just trying to be accepted, you know, into the friend group and all that. But yeah, so Orlando Jones is great in this movie. A little bit of like I would say like B-level comedians are in this movie.
I did love the ongoing joke because you do have like the four main characters.
Paul Adelstein,
that are
Toby Huss, like they're good in this movie.
Right. They're his like coworkers. And so the whole premise is he meets the devil.
He makes a deal with the devil.
And he gets wishes.
He gets 7 wishes for his soul.
So he makes these wishes, and each time it's like a different life. And I was just gonna say I love the ongoing joke that they're popping up. They're just different iterations of themselves.
Yeah.
It was a nice little running
I thought that was great.
Ongoing joke. But
it's kind of like it's kind of like, you know, a Christmas Story, or not Christmas Story, but Christmas Carol.
Oh right,
you know,
right.
Like
yeah.
how it would pop into different parts of his life or whatever, but this was like a different version.
Yeah, it's if he was brown face, if he was black face.
They didn't make him black.
They didn't make him blackface. They made him a white Michael Jordan.
That shit was great, dude. What are you talking about? It was hilarious.
Oh,
but
yeah, the devil apparently gives you 7 wishes if you sign over your soul.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. Sidebar. If I sold my soul, like, she didn't have to give me the 7 wishes. If I just got to hang out with her in hell for the rest of eternity, is it really that bad?
Right.
Like,
She's not having a pineapple up your ass every day, though.
I mean, as long as I get to shove something in hers, like, it's fair, I feel like, you know?
You know what would have been a great fucking compliment to this movie? I just thought about Little Nicky.
Yeah.
I would love to do Little Nicky because there is that moment he's like, oh, sure, it's time for me to go shove a pineapple on Hitler's ass. Sorry, I gotta
go. 3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Hey, tit head, go to my dad's room with Last time I seen jugs that big, a hillbilly was blowing on him.
Well, we might do it next year because I have some news at the end of the podcast about next year, what I plan to do on the podcast. So,
all right.
So yeah, I would love to hang out with her just in hell, like put some nipple clamps on me, set me on fire, as long as me and her just hanging out.
As long as we're both getting a little pleasure.
Even the wife looked at me. She's like, she's so fucking hot. And my wife is straight.
Yeah. I mean,
like that's how hot she is. That straight women were like, damn.
I did that.
Anyways.
So she meets him, and it's pretty funny because, you know, obviously it's a good looking woman. You're not going to believe that's the devil.
Yeah.
So at first she just kind of like fucks with him a little bit. She changes outfits. And
there are like small jokes that kind of made me snicker. She's like, I'll give you my card. And she hands him a card that just says the devil. Like,
he's like, oh, that proves it right there.
It's little shit like that kind of made me laugh in this movie.
That's why I said it's very detailed for a comedy. Like
it is. There's a lot of.
That's why this is why it's one of my favorite Brendan Fraser movies, because when he goes to each wish, it's like he's playing a different part completely.
Yeah,
like,
it's. Well, I was gonna say, so the 90s, Jim Carrey brought this goofy, I don't know what you call it, but he brought this like persona to the popular mainstream. And I feel like Hollywood was trying to create another Jim Carrey, and they did it for a lot of other, actors. And I think this was Brendan Fraser's like, you got to be like Jim Carrey. You got to play all these different actors, and you got to be like the guy that played Wayne's World,
Mike
Garth.
Myers.
No, Garth.
Oh, Dana Carvey.
He did the Master in Disguise.
Yeah.
Same kind of concept. You got to play these characters and try to be funny or whatever. Yeah. So this was just his.
Yeah, you would talk about a silly fucking movie.
I can't get through it.
This one is a little bit more grounded. I would feel like a lot more grounded.
Oh, I finished this one. So yeah. I actually, it made me chuckle a couple of times. So.
But so she's like, ask for anything you want and you'll have it.
That shit made me laugh too. It was another fucking
like,
joke.
I'll take a large Coke and a Big Mac. She's
and
like,
the next thing you know, their
fucking bus pulls up. They riding that bitch. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I help you?
It was Burger King, I thought.
No, it's McDonald's.
Was it McDonald's?
Yeah, because it made me
Big
want
Mac,
some.
duh.
Made me want some.
Yeah. But he's like, all right, it's gonna be da-da-da-da-da. It's like,
she's like, you got 347? Which I was like, God damn, I missed the 90s.
right.
How cheap that was, bro. A Big Mac and a large Coke now is like $7, bro.
Yep.
Like, I was like, bullshit.
I know I
Anyway.
was gonna stop at McDonald's on the way to the podcast, and I was like, I don't feel like paying those prices for some shit food.
Just something that's gonna hurt me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it.
I would have done it.
And then they're walking out, and she's like, see, I got you your wish. He's like, I just paid for this.
And like when he said this, I felt that shit with him, bro. Because like first of all, you're a dumbass. You already know, bro. You
Right.
should have got fries, bro.
Yeah.
You should have got fries. They're one of the best fries.
That did bother me. Like, I don't care where you're at. You got to get fries.
Yeah,
Who doesn't
man.
get fries
It
with
just
their burger?
compliments a burger.
It
You know
does.
what I mean?
How do you eat a burger without fries?
Just fucking serial killers eat burgers without fries, bro. Raw burgers, you know what I'm saying? Made of people. Dahmer shit. Anyways. But yeah, so yeah, he's like, and I didn't even get fucking fries. And she's like, I'm offering you a deal of a lifetime. You're worried about fucking fries. Like, and I felt that though. So they go back to our office, and it was funny because she drops this like gigantic size contract on his dick and balls. the face he makes made me die laughing. I don't know why. Like, she kind of like crosses his eyes and shit. Like he acted it perfectly. Like, or if it just got the tip, like that's how
Yeah.
Like, it's a good little scene. So like, it's great because it's like I said, it's little subtle things that make this movie so fucking good, man. When she's trying to sell him, and he's like still kind of like, because you know he's not a fucking complete idiot, and he is a good guy. So they think that's why she wanted his soul so bad.
Oh, yeah. That's what we didn't talk about is like he has this crush on this girl that he wants to get with, but doesn't have the confidence.
She doesn't even know he fucking exists.
Right. So,
And, but he's like loves her from afar, obviously.
yeah. So that's what his wishes are kind of based around is this fucking girl.
And it shows her in like a Fabio version of him, like on the beach together.
So
She's like,
stupid.
I fucking need you. I love you. And he fucking, the Fabio version turns to him and he's like,
See, those are the times where I'm like, this is so fucking stupid.
it's
That
so
did not
hilarious, bro.
did not make me laugh.
She's all fucking like on him, like
Yeah.
ribbon. He's like, sign it.
It's like, is this the future?
Could be. And then she got his ass, you know what I mean? And he just doesn't even think about it anymore. He just,
My whole thing is I wouldn't even think about that girl. I would be thinking about fucking Elizabeth Hurley. Like, fuck her. Can we hang out? Like,
yeah. I mean, can I use one of these 7 wishes to bag you?
right.
But, you know, I think that was the whole point to set it up. But so the first wish, he's like, I want to be married to her and I want to be rich
And
I'm
powerful.
powerful. And it's the greatest fucking thing because, like, she turns him into a fucking Pablo Escobar.
I called it immediately. He wakes up and I was like, is he a fucking drug lord?
He wakes up, he looks like fucking, he's got this long hair. He looks like his name would be Rodolfo or something, you know what I mean? And it's like the drug lord Elliot Richards. It's fantastic.
A small joke that I enjoyed was
When he comes downstairs,
and he
love
doesn't
that
know
shit.
that he's speaking Spanish and he can't stop speaking Spanish.
Someone no hablo español. What was that? Español. And he's just like,
And then he starts to just say random shit in Spanish because he thinks it sounds cool.
yeah.
That made me chuckle a little bit.
He's like, you feeling well? He's like, I feel fucking great. But I love when he walks outside, man, and he sees like all the people like gardening and like taking care of his massive fucking mansion and estate. And he just fucking screams because that would be the coolest thing ever, dude, to wake up like that just to like for one day.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Obviously not that day, but like, that would just be fucking awesome. He's out there looking at a horse and shit, talking about how great his life is, and it's like you said, his frenemies, like the people that he wants to be his friends, are like his best friends in this,
Mhm.
and they're all, of course, are pieces of shit still.
Yeah,
But,
they're just yes men, just
yeah.
making sure they don't get killed.
He's like, so of course, there's a dude named Raul that's supposed to be teaching his wife English and shit, but he's trying to take over his empire. It's great. Because he doesn't know he's a drug lord up until this whole point. He just thinks he's rich.
Yeah,
right?
he thinks he's just rich and powerful in Mexico.
He thinks he's Juan Valdez. He's just selling coffee and shit. I don't know. But like, he just doesn't question
it at all.
So then they're like, we got to go to the factory. There's a problem. And he's like, okay. So then they go outside and the fucking army's waiting to give him an escort. And he's like, fuck. He gets in the Lincoln Escalade. Or sorry, not Escalade. It's a Navigator.
Navigator, yeah.
And they ride up and he's like, what's all the problem?
It's just flour. What's the problem with flour? Sugar, yeah.
It's cocaine. And the look on all their faces is just fucking priceless, man. Because it's like, did this dude lose his fucking mind? And he's like, I don't speak Russian. And then he speaks Russian.
Yeah,
like, great, I speak fucking Russian. It's fucking gold, man. And then, of course, old boy takes over and he's like, every one of these men would die for me. And they're all just sitting there. And then when they pan back, Orlando Jones has coke all over his fucking face. He's like, you guys fucking suck.
His fucking his crew is turning against him.
And then like everybody just starts shooting at everybody. And he takes a brick of coke and shoots it in the air with his El Chapo gun, his gold plated gun. Says your mother wears army boots. That shit was funny as hell, dude.
Then he has this little device.
Oh yeah,
he just hits 666 and takes him back.
Very 90s, had a pager.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, the fucking pager. So he goes back and he's like, "What the fuck was that about?" She's like, "You were rich and powerful. What do you want from me?"
And you were married. She's like, "Yeah, but she didn't love me." He's like, "You didn't say that." She's like, "You just said you wanted to be married."
It is pretty funny. It's like the What We Do in the Shadows kind of has that running joke.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, on the latest season, he has a genie, but he won't tell him how many wishes he has.
Oh shit!
So he has to be very, very specific about his wishes, and it's really funny because he's like, "I want a bigger dick," but he'll turn him into like a horse or some crazy shit like that. So he has to be like super specific. So him and his familiar are kind of like going down, writing all the things that could happen. And they're like, wait, we didn't think of, this. And the fucking, you see the genie's like, fuck, got me. You gotta watch that show. It's pretty funny. But,
yeah, I'll have to.
And then he comes back and he's like, I just want to be sensitive. I want to be the sensitive man.
Yeah. No, I love how every time he comes back for one of them, like she fucking drops him somewhere even worse. Like,
yeah. She drops him on a car the first time.
That shit looked like it hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Like it looked like a real car hood. He just drops down onto that bitch. And she's like making all the meters go bad. She's so like sexy even when she's doing bad shit.
That makes her even more sexy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She cuts the fucking the street light to where everything's green. Cuts the like a grid, I guess.
Yeah.
That massive pile of. He's like, I'm not fucking with her. Yeah, like I said, I love their banter back and forth in this because like he's like, yeah, she didn't really care about the money and the power and shit. Like, so he goes, I want to be the most. This is where I knew he fucked up. He said, I want to be the most sensitive man in the world.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, you fucked up right there, bro, because nobody needs to be the most sensitive man in the world.
This is true, and he proves it.
He's like, yeah, man, I want to know. I want to be in tune with all of her feelings and all that shit.
What's funny is when they went to this one, I've met guys like this, and it's so fucking. Oh, it just reminded me of Jay and Silent Bob. Straight back, the guy in the van
Oh,
that wants to save all the animals.
okay. Hey, Mr. Science Guy, don't stick that aerosol in my eye. Sean William Scott's a fucking legend. I don't care what anybody says. Stifler for life, yo. That's fucking gold. This guy ain't one of us. He said he fucking sheep. We're going to do that movie one day.
One day.
That's like in my back pocket, you know.
You'll probably do it next year.
Anyways, so yeah, they pull up on the beach, and at first she's kind of feeling it because he's like, I just love you so much and your eyes. And he's like saying all this deep shit that like women usually like gush over, you know? And then he turns and he like looking at the sunset and he just starts fucking crying. And she's like, what's wrong? And he's like, it's just a damn sunset.
He's so beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
And then he's like, you want some dolphin safe tuna? And he goes, and then I cry about the dolphins, you know? And then like these dudes come up and, you know, they're just like meatheads, you know.
Mhm.
Same guys though, but of course they're just all, I don't know, they're just looking.
I guess they're the opposite of what he is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's pretty much like I said. You get the trend in the movie that she fucks up the wish somehow, and every one of them.
Yeah. But real talk, that sensitive shit works. You can't lay it on too thick. But if you use
That's the problem. He was just drowning her in the sensitivity.
Right. But if you throw that in there every once in a while,
yeah, you gotta. They like to see you take charge every.
I just feel like you don't do that.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not sensitive?
No, not at all.
I feel like I'm somewhat sensitive.
Maybe with your kids, but
yeah, that's about it.
Right.
That's about it. I don't do that shit, man. Sorry. But anyways.
Don't say sorry to me. I don't give a fuck. Please don't be sensitive over here.
No, I was just telling the world.
Oh, okay.
Daddy ain't sensitive.
He's not.
Times are tough. I gotta be tougher.
What was with his teeth? Did they put like some caps on him or whatever? Because they were like super like straight and they seemed filed. I don't know.
Yeah, I got that feeling too. Well, they made him into a fucking ginger, which is fucking hilarious. He looks like Eric Smoltz. That's what he looked like to me in Anaconda. Like that's what he looked like.
Yeah, I love that they made him a ginger.
Yeah,
and then the meme that went around: gingers don't have souls.
I thought it was fucking hilarious that he was just supposed to be playing a sensitive man, but he acted gayer than he did when he was playing the gay dude later on. You know what I mean? Because like even when he types the fucking 666 into the sunset because he just can't quit crying. That fucking sunset, what he just fucking said, like it's fucking gold. And then when he throws it.
Well, that's what super sensitive men are. They're gay. They just don't like dick.
Deep down gay. Like,
yeah.
Am I sensitive or just gay? Like,
right.
So yeah, he goes back and he's like, "Yeah, man, you see how fast she didn't give a fuck about that sensitive shit as soon as those athletic buff guys came up." And he's like, "So what's he say?" He goes, "I want to I want to do something that I love and that I get paid for and that people love me for doing it." And she's like,
I think this has to be everyone's favorite scene out of this movie because it is so ridiculous.
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
I hated that it made me laugh.
Because every white man in America wants to be an NBA athlete. Like, that would be the greatest thing, to be able to dunk and fucking shoot the lights out and just be the most athletic person on the court. And it just won't ever happen.
But whenever they were like, Michael Jordan, I was like, is he really about to play blackface? Because that shit would be funny. But they kind of like...
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like, after tonight's performance, they're going to say, Michael who? Because he's supposed to be like a Charles Barkley type, you know? Mm-hmm. Orlando Jones, man, he was good in this. Like, he did great with all of his little parts that he had. His little versions of himself.
Yeah. I mean, he's always great.
And Toby Huss, too. He was good in that. They're like, it's Elliot Richards stands 7'6", but he plays the game like he's 10, 11 feet tall. Well, I don't think he's that big, Jerry. And dude, they give him like a Dennis Rodman, like short fro, just, curly headed.
I love...
He's got the most random fucking tattoos you've ever seen in your life.
Right. Some of my favorite jokes are jokes in movies that they don't talk about. What was I watching recently? It wasn't recent, but I think it was Don't Go to South Central with Orange Juice. What the fuck is the name of that movie?
Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Yes. There's a scene where they're sitting in the car, the guy and the girl, and random leaves just start piling on the car.
Oh, yeah, it's the very first scene. It's like...
Is it the first scene?
Yeah, it's like Vivica A. Fox is playing his mom.
Right.
He's like, Mom, will I ever see you again? She's like, now, baby, there ain't no strong black women in these movies.
So they're having like this serious conversation, and there's just so many leaves piling on this car. They don't mention it. They don't talk about it. It's just kind of in the background, and it had me dying laughing. Same thing happened in this movie, is he's being interviewed, and he can't stop sweating. Yeah. And his sweat gets more and more intense. Like,
you even noticed the old boy interview and it was like trying not to laugh, but the shit's just like hitting him in the fucking face.
That shit actually kind of made me laugh. I was like, that's pretty funny.
His patented no look 3-pointer over, he fucking throws it up. It just fucking drills it. 32 blocks. Some fucking playing on rookie mode shit. Like 7'6", man. Like, how easy would it be to dunk? You wouldn't even have to jump.
Right.
Just fucking jump that bitch.
Set it in there. Of course, I was like, of course it's fucking basketball in this movie because Nick.
He fucking dunks it. I want a Diablo's jersey, bro, from this movie. I've never seen one. I might have to get it made.
That would be cool to get one made.
Because I'd be like a 1 of 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just have Richards on the back, 34. It probably wouldn't be that hard.
No, not hard at all.
It didn't look like a high quality
Kevin Smith
jersey.
gets all his jerseys like special made, so somebody's doing it.
He's got Kevin Smith money.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like he has a sweatshop.
No.
Just making personal jerseys for him, like somebody.
Actually, he probably does sell the ones he makes. Because, like, you know, he's got
if
money.
it's smart.
Well, I know he's got
marketing.
He's got View Askew Universe merch, like Jay and Silent Bob hoodies and T-shirts and shit. So I'm sure he's got something where you can get a Kevin Smith jersey.
I'm sure.
Probably cost you a fucking arm and a leg, but
that would be a sight to see if you were out in the field and you saw a fucking Devils jersey.
Diablos,
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh, it was a funny joke. He was driving a Lamborghini Diablo.
Oh yeah.
I was like, of course he's driving a Lamborghini Diablo or she is.
She was, yeah. Dude, if you notice in the parking lot scene, if it looks up, it says dreams and she's laid the fuck out.
Yeah. Kendra pointed that out. She's like, do you see the background? I was like, I see it. It's fucking silly.
Amazing.
I did love that they made him, when he made him into the basketball star, he was an idiot.
Oh,
like, he could only say like 3 lines over and over.
No, I thought that was what I thought was one of the most clever jokes about this, because they literally made fun of the fact that every athlete of any sport, if you watch
says the exact same thing.
The exact same fucking thing. Like, you know, we got to play hard. And, you know, we played hard. And I feel pretty good about how we played, you know? Like, they just said the same shit like 3 different ways. And that's what athletes do. What do you think of your performance tonight? Oh, I thought I did pretty good, you know?
Went out there,
gave 110%.
Yeah,
you got to give 110%. And there's no I in the word team. And then, like you said, he's just pouring sweat off of him like it's fucking gold.
I don't know how they edited him.
I watched
it. Looks pretty good. Please tell me.
It's in the wig. It's like there's like hoses, and it had a tube that went down.
No. I know the sweat, but you know when he's standing there and the girl,
oh yeah, that was crazy because it showed like a normal sized guy walking next to him, and he's like having a duck under the fucking stadium door.
Right. I was like, how did they do that?
That is cool.
Because it came out so long ago. Like CGI wasn't great. So.
That's what I thought. All the effects for the time were great, man. They still hold up to
the only one is when he was falling out of the chopper and it looked really bad, but for the most part the other ones looked pretty not bad at all.
But he looked like he was like a real drug lord. Like I could have believed it if he'd stayed in that. You know what I mean? I guess the makeup looked good or whatever for what it was.
So he's being interviewed as an NBA player, but he has one shortcoming.
I think out of all of his wishes, that's the one I probably could have lived with if I had to choose one. Like if that was my only option. Like,
I mean, yeah, because you're an NBA star, stuck, you're still rich.
Yeah, I mean, somebody will fuck my tiny dick. Dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you make that much fucking money, bro. Somebody's gonna sit on that little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just facts.
Yeah.
You know, money makes the world go round. Will you be happy? Well, yeah. You know, whatever. But that's like a lot of check boxes, bro. That's like one I could live with. Yeah,
you're checking 99% of the boxes. Yeah. It's just that one isn't checked. And it's like,
super
you
rich.
still have a dick.
Right.
It may not be the biggest, but you still have a dick.
Yeah, I mean, because like you literally see the other end of the spectrum later on. He's got a massive cock and he's gay. Like, now, if you're gay, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not gay, and they just make you gay. That's what I thought was crazy. Because like, how did she just like turn his whole sexual orientation like magic, I guess? Because like he wasn't a gay guy, and then all of a sudden he's just like, I'm a gay guy. He's like, kiss me. We'll get there. But yeah, so he goes back to the locker room, and she's like, you know, a lot of innuendos about him having a massive cock because he's like 7'6" and shit. And he's like, well, I gotta get dressed. And she's like, okay. She's just like waiting to see. So he takes the towel off. He's like, what the hell? Damn the devil. Damn the devil to hell.
I love that they made him such an idiot. He can't fucking find the pager.
555.
And then now when he finally
777. He throws his box of Wheaties and shit out of the locker. It was fucking great, man. Take care.
That's probably the one that made me laugh the hardest. Out of all
it
these.
is so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
He jumps from like half court and he's just flying through the air on his magical trapeze. It's alien glass, spit glass at your ass. That shit was too funny. They finally gets that. He comes back and she's like, I love how every time they come back from a wish, she's doing something fucked up and like she's changing medications.
Oh, right. No, she's throwing away and then putting like candy in there. Yeah.
Red Hots and shit.
She's like, everyone loves Sour Patch.
It just says sick people have horrible fucking breath. I'm providing a public service.
Oh, she's like, they're all placebos anyway.
It's a proven fact. Can't give sick people candy.
It is a proven fact, though, that placebos can have an effect.
Yeah, like
if you have positive thoughts, positive things can happen.
I guess.
No, it's proven. It's literally proven. It's in science.
It just fucking cures cancer, though.
I mean, not cancer.
Thank you. All right.
I mean, it might
help me get over my cold a day sooner. Okay. But like, I don't know. Yeah. So he's like, of course, because of that, and all I can think of is the fact that she gave him a tiny dick. So he's like, I want to be the smartest motherfucker in the world. Like, I want to know everything about anything. I want to be articulate as fuck, and I just want to be like a fucking ladies' man, And she's like, well, how big do you want your dick? And he's like, oh, like practical joke, big. I want to be big. So, of course, he meets old girl in this one, and she falls head over heels for him and shit. And he's wrote books about shit that nobody knows what the fuck it is. And he even makes
He's an intellectual.
He even makes a joke about it. He's like, I don't know who the fuck reads this stuff. And like, everybody's laughing because he's like that guy, He's like, Orlando Jones plays like a doctor or whatever in that one. And he's like, apparently you've already won the Pulitzer. It hasn't even been published.
He does clean up nice, though. Brendan Fraser, like,
yeah.
He's a good looking dude.
They were like, he's like, I want to be super good looking. I'm like, how are they going to pull this off? And like, he was just himself.
Yeah, right.
Good for you, Brendan.
That's what I'm saying. They just put a suit on you. Like, you look great.
Good for you, dog.
Oh, sidebar. That movie that he did recently, The Whale. Darren Aronofsky directed it. I want to see it when it comes out.
Has it came out yet?
I mean, it's come out, but it hasn't come out. Like, I can't go to the movies and watch it.
Right.
So
what, did he put a suit on for that?
Probably. He had to have.
Because I don't think
I've seen clips.
He's a bigger guy now.
Yeah, he's gained a little bit of weight, but I don't think I don't think he ever reached that. But, it's Darren Aronofsky. He makes fucking great sad movies, so I'm excited to see it.
I loved watching. I haven't seen a lot of it, but what I've watched of Doom Patrol, he's good in that.
Oh yeah, I've heard he's pretty
Robot
good.
Man in that.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a Brendan Fraser fan. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't think this movie or any of his movies get enough love. Like,
I mean, he does have a cult following. Like, a lot of people really do love him. I'm just like, him as a person, I love him to death. His movies, I'm not the biggest fan of.
Right.
So that's just my personal opinion.
So he does the intellectual stuff, and he gets old girl back to the house, and they go in the back, and then Toby Huss is like playing his band, and he's like, I'm not gay, and he's like, oh, you're not gay, huh? Like, tell me who the cast of some fucking play or whatever.
Yeah.
And he starts backing him off. He's like, yep, I am gay. And then like,
no. He's like, kiss me.
Just kiss me, and I promise you.
So he does.
Fucking tongues her down, and then like,
yep, I'm gay.
Good. Have a good night. Shakes her hand and shit. So, would you shut up, bitch? That was too funny. They're like arguing back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. He waits through that wish, and then the one, which I can't believe he didn't think of that, man, because the fifth wish when he says I want to be president, like, bitch, you didn't say any time period or anything, bro. Like, you got to say I want to be the president now.
That was the fastest one. That went by so quickly.
She made him Abraham Lincoln, dog. Like, of course. She couldn't make him like...
No, not only did she make him Abraham Lincoln, she made him Abraham Lincoln on the night he gets fucking shot in the fucking play.
Which, I mean, he could have just left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know
Like,
what's going to happen.
But I would have wanted to live back then. Fuck, dude.
No.
You ain't got nothing. Like, nothing's been invented that's worth the fuck, dude. I would have been miserable. I'd have been pissed. I'd have hit that shit immediately.
Yeah. As soon as you looked in the mirror, nope. 666. Go.
Play. Fuck that. I'm going back, dude. Yeah, man. I would have rather been JFK. Somebody like that, you know what I mean? Be a cool president.
Right.
You know, be one that got to do some cool shit.
I mean, he's freed the slaves.
I mean, that's cool. But, like, you know, he didn't really do it because he was a good guy. He's like,
Did it for politics, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like, you want to get elected? Yes, you got to do something.
But yeah, that one didn't last long at all. He went to go get shot and he's like, can you hold, please? 666. All right, you can continue. Go ahead. Actually, just do it before I hit this because fuck me. So then he was like, I don't want to do any more wishes. I'm done. You fucked me.
He just goes back to work. Like,
yeah.
Like it's Monday. Like, I gotta go back to work. That was a crazy weekend. Something to talk about around the water cooler.
Mm-hmm.
And she pops up on his TV screen and she's like, or his computer screen. She's like, what are you doing, bitch? Make a wish. Like, I got shit to do.
Yeah,
and
she's like, you only got one more. He's like, I got two. And then she counted the fucking... Although I could have argued I made that wish before I signed the contract. So it didn't...
That's true.
Didn't count.
He didn't think about it. That's not fair. She's like, bitch, I'm the devil. She's like,
That's
I'm
what I'm
insulted. Nobody's ever told me I'm not fair.
Thank you.
But so of course he's fucking pissed. Like, you know, and he fucking gets he leaves his job and shit. He did a really good job of being kind of like a hard ass for a minute. Like when his boss was going to give him shit, like you could tell it was like the first time he had ever been late.
Right.
It's like, I don't know if somebody like you could afford to fuck up or some shit like that. And he just kind of leans in like, what was that, bitch? Like, I don't know. I was just like, damn, that's good. It's convincing.
Yeah.
And then when he grabs up old boy, see you later, Bob. Fucking lets go of him, dude. The old boy knocked that shit off real quick.
Wish I could do shit like that at work.
Oh, man. You get fired.
I'll get fired so fast.
So fast, dude.
Because I wanted to do that yesterday. Fucking guy fucked up at work.
Yeah.
So I had to do extra work because of his fuck up. I wanted to grab him by his shirt. Like, you know what? You do it.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You do it. I didn't fuck this up. You did.
Right.
You come get me when you're done cleaning up your fuck up.
Oh.
Yeah. Jobs are fun. But anyways, so he goes to jail. And then, of course, her sexy ass is one of the cops.
Why'd he go to jail?
He's freaking out about something. Oh, no, he leaves his job and he goes to the police department like they could fucking help him.
Oh, right.
And he's yelling at
Oh, yeah, because he's like, the devil
cops.
says I only have one fucking, and they're like, you crazy person, you get in this.
That's what it was. He goes to church.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I gotta take to God. And then Bill Murray's dad, bro, which is fucking great. Like, the only way it would have been better if they'd have found Bill Murray for it, dude. But like, he's like, there's nothing you can tell me, son, that the Lord or I wouldn't understand. And he's like, well, the devil said that I got, he said, so I met the devil and she's counting the Big Mac of Coke. And I said, that's not fair. So he's like, let me see what I can do. And next thing you know, he's being arrested. And then he's telling him.
Oh, right. And then he's in the jail cell and there's this person
that's in there. His guardian angel. That's what I gather.
It's God.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what I said whenever he was talking. He was saying something. I was like, is that God? That's God.
I figured, but like at the same time, I was like God took time out of his day for this one dude.
The only reason I say that is because of the end of the movie. They were playing chess together.
Yeah, that's why.
I was like, it's God.
That's what I leaned with too, but I don't know. But that dude, he's I've seen him in another movie called Lockdown, and he played a very different part in that one. So it's kind of hard to see him play like God.
I see that,
one. But like he did a good job for his little part, you know. He's just like, your soul really ain't yours to sell, which is kind of like Yeah, it is. It's like, fine, right? Not that you know what I mean.
Right. I don't know. You want to test it out?
Depends on what I'm getting offered.
I don't know. Let me see if I can think of something good. You could sell me your soul.
Sell you my soul?
Yeah.
How do you draw that up as a legally binding contract?
I don't know.
So yeah, he kind of like sees the light while he's in prison and or in jail for the night and shit. And he goes back to the club the next day, and it's kind of it's still a party, but like it's kind of a weird party now.
Well, the thing is, I think everyone's getting older. I think these are people that are trapped in hell, so they're living eternity in this fucking.
But she likes them for whatever reason, so she's just letting them party till they like rot away.
That's the thing is like, it was kind of in Hocus Pocus where they like kept dancing and partying, and they're like, I don't want to do this anymore, but I can't stop.
Yeah.
Same thing, yeah.
So it's like what is it?
And
Torture by pleasure, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because that would be miserable, just an endless fucking party you can't ever stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That would have to be its own hell in itself, I guess. So he's like, what the hell's going on down there? And she's just like, don't worry, they're having the time of their lives.
So I like to think about the most uncomfortable ways to like die. Just because I know, right? Hard to right turn, but you were talking about like, you know, dying uncomfortably and shit like that. Like that must be miserable because we live in a good age where we don't have to worry about that. Like we can die pretty peacefully if we really want to.
Right.
I came across this one technique that they used to use back in the day is they would put you on your knees in a casket and then bend you over your knees and then close the casket on your back. So you're stuck in that position until you die. And that has to be the most miserable
That's up there.
Death I've ever heard. Like you're just stuck in that position until you fucking starve to death or just die. Like, it gives me chills just thinking about it.
That's like up there with the, like, there's a part in the movie that I want to do. Probably it'll be next year because I know it's getting to December. We're probably going to do Christmas and shit.
Yeah, we're doing Christmas the rest of the year and then we're going to get into the next year.
Right. So, but there's a way that these dudes kill these guys. They call it a buckwheat. They stick the gun up your ass and shoot you. And they said it takes like 7 hours or whatever. It's like the most agonizing pain in your life. You're just waiting for the bullet to kill you.
Yeah, I believe that. That's what they say about getting shot in the stomach too.
Yeah.
Like it's just agonizing.
But yeah, they do it to a guy in the movie. And you just see him in a fucking dumpster. Just like, yeah, it's fucked up. But anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I don't know how we got on that from this funny ass lighthearted movie.
No, I just took a hard right turn because it popped into my head.
Oh yeah, but like anything like drowning or fucking being buried
I heard
alive.
drowning actually isn't miserable because
yeah, once you just say fuck it and breathe the water in, I guess.
I don't know. I'm just saying like that's what I've heard, but not that anybody could drown and come back and tell you.
Right.
But anyway,
I mean, there are people that have died legally and then been brought back.
that's true.
That pump that water out your lungs. But yeah, I that's everybody wants to just go peaceful, bro. Nobody wants to.
Yeah, I just want to go in my sleep,
Yeah.
like, even if it's by my own design.
But Jesus.
So yeah, he goes back in there,
and
he's like,
she's like, look, motherfucker, like I've tried to be cool with you, I've tried to be nice with you, like you got to make this wish. And he's like, you can't make me. Like, I'm not going to make any more wishes. And she's like, you're going to make a fucking wish. And then, like, she turns her office into hell and shit.
oh, right. It goes Spawn on his ass.
She turns into, like, a big time, like, big ass monster. And then she just gets into a bikini, which I'm still like, man, I'm not that scared. I'm still turned on. Like,
how am I supposed to be scared with this hard on?
He's like standing on this little thing, just like it spawned, like this little cliff,
Yeah.
and she stabs it with the fucking pitchfork, and he grabs onto it, and he's like, "Well, fuck it, if you're gonna kill me, just like make sure Allison has
A nice life,
a happy,
Yeah.
happy." And she's like, "Oh fuck!" And then he wakes up on the courthouse steps, and he's like, "Am I in heaven?" She's like, "Please." She's like, we're at the courthouse. Got some lawyers I got to meet, clients of mine. Like, all lawyers sell themselves, you know, sell their souls. And he's like, why why ain't I dead or whatever? And she's like, nobody reads the contract because it's a massive fucking contract. I also like that when she went to file it, that it's like a fucking morgue.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, the file cabinets.
I was like, oh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
But yeah, she's like, she's like, and I've been doing this shit for 5,000 years, and you're the only person that's ever gave a wish away.
Yeah.
Which says a lot about humanity. That like, if it was a real thing, like people are that selfish. I feel like.
I don't think I would. I wouldn't think about like. I mean, maybe my mom.
Well, I feel like my wish would be like, you know what I'm saying? If I wish to be super rich, obviously my family is going to benefit from that. You know what I mean?
Right. But it's like it's they're benefiting by proxy, not directly.
Exactly. You're not going to just be like, I want them to live forever.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, I don't ever want them to get sick or, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to be that. Maybe for your kids, but they wouldn't do that for anybody else.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Immediate family, but I wouldn't do it for anybody else.
A bitch that I didn't even really know, like just
had a crush. What if she's a shitty person?
That's what I kept thinking. Like that's what I have.
What if she's not that? I
swear to God, that's how I thought. Like when he got the courage to talk to her, because the first conversation they have, like she's not like a real asshole to him, but she's kind of just like being like
dismissive,
stuck up bitch. Like,
dismissive.
And he's like, yeah, we've worked together for like 4 years, and she's like, I don't know who you are. Like, you just haven't noticed me. There's a difference.
So yeah, what if like, because she's being dismissive, and then you finally do talk to her, and then you find out like,
she like murders puppies in her spare time, like, you know what I mean?
Why is that like the worst thing? Because that's what I thought before you even said it.
Because that's like a monster.
It's the worst thing you could do is like murder puppies.
It's pretty close, like I put it up there on the like list of shittiest things you could do.
Yeah, because
like if you can hurt something innocent, you are a monster.
You're a monster.
You have no soul.
Yeah,
at that point.
Because like a puppy will never grow up to be a bad thing. Like the only reason dogs are aggressive is because of previous owners, beaten, whatever. But human beings are different. Like you could accidentally kill a Hitler. So if you killed a baby, it might be a good thing. Because they might grow up to be a shitty person. They might be Dahmer.
Yeah, but then it kind of takes the whole like you're judge, jury, and executioner now.
Yeah. No, I'm saying it's like a roll of the dice.
If you knew that baby was Hitler, that's different.
No. But that's what I'm saying.
You're just guessing whether this random baby is going to be a good person or not. That's still fucked up. Like,
no, I'm not disagreeing.
Look, there's 3 babies here. I'm going to shoot one of them. You tell me which one you think is going to be the biggest asshole. Like,
what I'm saying is like killing
this episode going.
Killing puppies is worse than like killing a human baby.
No, you fucking no. They're both terrible. But
they're both terrible.
It's human life.
One
over
is slightly
a dog, bro. That's not even close. Not even close. Jesus. Anyways,
so yeah, she might be a shitty person.
Yeah, so like I don't get it. But then of course his next door neighbor is an identical bitch that looks like she's actually got better hair. Like she's got curly hair in that one. And
but she's a weirdo like him.
Right. So they're kind of like perfect for each other.
Yeah.
And she's like he's like, "Do you have a sister?" She's like, "No, I got brothers and stuff, but no sister." And then it shows them like together and said a drink. Like I liked how it also like at the beginning during the credits, like it's like her searching on a satellite, like where the best souls are to get. And like at first it goes to like Vatican City. It's like not many to get or whatever. And then it goes to.
Oh, I meant to say like this is way at the beginning of the movie. This opening credit scene is way too long. Because remember, it was talking about like who the sinners are, whatever, the bad things that people do in their life. You remember?
Oh, yeah.
The opening scene. It went on for way too long.
Yeah.
All right. It was just a cry. It just popped into my head because you were talking about that.
Yeah. It was a tad bit.
It like they could have cut it in half and I still got the message. But anyway.
Right. But yeah. Overall, though, it's a great fucking movie.
So you get the whole point of the movie, the message of the movie. Just be yourself.
Be a good person.
Be yourself, and you will find the love that you're meant to be with.
Don't sell your soul, even if it's a super hot devil. Don't sell your soul.
I don't know. I might.
That's the.
Yeah, what do I need it for?
I don't know if I really learned any lessons in this, because if Elizabeth Hurley came to me today and told me if you give me your soul,
I'll give you 7 wishes.
I don't know, like, well, I only need one.
Yeah,
I need you. Like, that's it. That's what I'm gonna say.
You got 3 holes, so I only need 3 wishes.
Jesus Christ. You're X-rated today, aren't you, bud? You know my buddy J Raw, shout out to J Raw. He texted me last week and he's like, I guess he listened to the light, or no, it wasn't the Lighthouse, it was the
Northman?
Yeah, it was the Northman episode. He's like, you motherfuckers are gonna get banned. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're talking about taking your old lady out in the woods, and like, I was just trying to prove the point that like this movie was like a very like man movie, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, bro, but it's pretty graphic. Like, I was just like, I don't know, bro. I didn't think it was that bad, but then like, you know.
Oh yeah, shout out to all the new followers. We've gotten like a bunch of new followers randomly on YouTube, so welcome. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy your stay. And that's what I was going to say is you have to have a huge following in order to get banned. So
we're getting there. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I want to be canceled up. Like, I'm not popular enough to be canceled down. Right. Like, if I get canceled, all you're going to do is make me popular. So let's get this show on the road. Let's cancel me. Come on.
We're going to start Andrew Tatum. Just start talking shit about women.
Let's do it. What are you going to do? But anyway.
We ain't monetized, bitch. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. What am I going to lose? You're going to take my podcast down. I don't give a fuck.
We'll open that bitch up on a different channel tomorrow.
I'll just change the name.
It'll be War with 2 R's, motherfucker. What's up? Yeah, I thought.
Until they go back and listen to these episodes when we have gotten popular, if that day ever comes, they're like, you know, they were kind of.
Yeah, but they'd have to make it pretty far in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To notice that shit. You know? I feel like right now is like we're in the 4th quarter, we're up by 20, so like the only people still listening right now are like the diehards.
Yeah, diehard fans that want to hear this dumb shit. So
right. I give this movie a 8.5.
That's pretty high.
It's still funny. I still had a great time with it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite Brendan Fraser movies. So
if you like Brendan Fraser, you've already liked this movie. So for me, this is just like I had a couple chuckles. I will not watch this again. It's not for me.
It's just like a great time capsule. Because, like, you know, my dad used to talk about certain women when he was a kid that were just like super hot, like
Cindy Crawford,
you know, shit like that.
Pamela Anderson.
Right. Like, and she was like one of those for us. Elizabeth Hurley is like one of those chicks for us. You know, that she's in my top 5 of the 90s. That was just like banging hot, dude.
Right.
But yeah, you see your steelbooks, bro. I'm jealous. I want to know what they are.
So, we're done with this movie. We're done with Bedazzled. So, went up to Best Buy. I keep calling it Blockbuster, and the wife is getting mad. I don't know why, because I guess they sell movies, and it.
You want Blockbuster to come back.
I want Blockbuster to make a comeback. So anyway, the wife wanted to go up there and get a Kindle, one of the new Kindles that came out. And of course, I have to go to the movie section, and it was like a week before Black Friday. So they had all their fucking movies out, all these steelbooks, and I was like, oh, fuck me. So I came back with a handful of movies. She's like, is that what you want? I was like, is this okay? She's like, whatever. So I got them, and I was like, I can't believe she didn't give me a hard time about this. So this is the one that I've had on my wish list. I was going to do it during our fucking Dracula vampire saga, but you fucked it up. But anyway, I got the steelbook anyway. The Dracula.
Dude, I just got that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I saw your TikTok.
Dude, the Zoolander steelbook, bro.
Yeah.
For $2.
I paid $20 for this, I think.
That's still a good deal.
It's a 4K Bram Stoker's Dracula. There's a dent in it. I just realized. That's the thing about these steelbooks. They are fucking fickle as hell.
The wife bought me the Batman. I don't know. I thought you had it already. If you don't, I'll give you the digital copy. Okay.
I bought the steelbook of the Batman because I don't hate this movie.
You one-up me, motherfucker.
I don't.
You had to get the fucking steelbook, huh?
Well, it was out.
I don't even have a 4K player. I still got the 4K because I was like, I'm going to get on my Greg level right now. I'll get the 4K, even though that bitch ain't going to get used.
I was going to say, where are you going to play it at?
I'll give it to you. Fuck it. I didn't know. I was like, as long as I got the Blu-ray, I'm good.
I didn't love the Batman as much as everyone else, but I didn't hate it either. I love the tone. I love the cinematography. Like, there are things to love about this movie. So
I watched it again a couple weeks ago, and
Yeah.
I still had a good time with it.
like it's fine. Like, it's passable, whatever. But that Steelbook goes so hard. I was like, I gotta get it. They have it out. And then this one was giving me a hard time. So I had it on my wish list, and then they did the release of it, and it would not go through. I don't know why it wouldn't go through, but their pay system was fucked up. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. Like, but then they had it out when I went up there. The fucking Reservoir slipcover 4K Steelbook.
Nice.
Dude.
Oh, Melvin. That is, or Marvin, that's so cool.
I wanted this one so bad. Yeah, the Reservoir Steel. I realized I'm trying to find my boutique movie collectors, and the Best Buy Steelbooks have me by the balls. Because I like Arrow, I like Criterion. You know, there's a couple other Canal Studios. They're pretty good. Scream Factory. But these fucking Steelbook 4Ks that Best Buy is putting out has me by the balls. So I got those.
They do make some hard ass Steelbooks.
Talk about that one yet. So let's talk about next year. The next episode, we're going to be doing the Christmas movie, right?
We're doing Violent Night.
We're going to do Violent Night because we're going to go watch it.
Well, I don't think it comes out for 2 weeks.
Are you sure?
Comes out December 2nd.
Right.
Today's the what? 27th, 28th?
It's the 28th. So it comes out this Friday.
This weekend coming up?
Yeah.
So we're going to go see it.
I wanted to, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so fucking down.
Like, I got to work, but I say, fuck it. We can go.
I'm off Thursday and Friday.
Well, I work Thursday and Friday, so.
Damn. You off Saturday?
Nope. This is my 4-day to work.
I work Saturday too. Wait, I thought we were on the same weekends.
Oh, no, I'm off Sunday.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm off Sunday.
Yeah, I'm off Sunday too.
Shit to do Sunday. I think so. I don't know. Let me talk to the wife and see. We might go Sunday.
Get your shit together, all right?
I know, but we're going to do Violent Night.
Yes.
Our next pick. And then it's your pick. After that, again, I got some Christmas movies I want to do. So we're going to finish out the year with Christmas movies, which is fine. But in 2023, because of Bedazzled, it gave me the idea. You like to laugh. You always talk about that. You wanted to do Bedazzled. You're like, I want to do a comedy. I want to feel good. So I figured, you know what? Let's 2023. Let's make him feel as good as possible. Let's give him all the comedies.
All the comedies?
All the absurd, ridiculous, uncomfortable comedies that I can find.
Okay. You're going to do this the whole year?
I'm going to try.
Jesus.
I don't know how far I'm going to get.
All right.
But I am digging up comedies.
All right.
They're not all going to be fun. And that's kind of the shtick of it. It's like they're comedies, but they're not Nick comedies. Okay. They're Greg comedies. They
may be Nick comedies too. You don't know. They may be par comedies, bro. You don't know yet.
So I'm going to try my best next year in 2023. It's going to be the year of comedies. I'm going to try to pick as many comedies as I can.
Well, that's good, bro, because I'm going to start digging in and getting you some action movies again.
Oh, yeah?
The lesser known ones, the ones that you don't know about.
Yeah, I actually kind of liked that when you were giving me
when
weird.
I gave you Last Boy Scout, dude, like you never saw that coming.
Right.
Like, that's Die Hard uncut, baby. It's the one that we didn't get. We should have got.
So I'm excited for that. Speaking of, I don't know if I'm going to give you this, but the wife wanted to get it just because. Have you ever seen this?
I feel like I have.
Best in Show?
I feel like I have, but I don't know.
Bro, this movie is unassuming.
Yeah.
I don't remember where we heard about this movie, but anyway, we heard about it. We're like, that kind of looks dumb. I think we were at the flea market and we were looking through movies and we picked this out. We're like, why does it have so many big name actors and we never heard of this? And it doesn't look, it's about dogs. Like, this shit is so fucking funny, Nick. This shit had my side hurting that it's so fucking funny. It's called Best in Show, and it's about fucking show dogs.
The next one you have, and I'm super excited because I haven't had a copy of that bitch since it was that copy, bro.
So 2023, It's going to kick off the year.
Yes.
This is going to be my first pick, and it's going to be The Pest.
And I don't give a fuck if anybody likes that shit. That is going to be a great episode. I can't wait for that one.
I had to buy my copy off Amazon because I asked the wife, I'm like, we have The Pest, right? So she's like, I think so. So we looked through the movies. I just organized them in ABC order. It was not there. So I'm like, I do not have The Pest.
I don't even find that at the flea market anymore. I have before, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen it in a while.
It was like $10 on Amazon. So I was like,
That hurts.
I'm going to get it because
it's not worth 10.
listen, I'm going to talk. We'll talk about it.
If it was Blu-ray, maybe.
They didn't even do a Blu-ray release
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. That's like rare.
So
I didn't know how much Dogma on Blu-ray was. Like, that's like a rare fucking thing, dude.
really,
Yeah, man. People pay big bucks for Dogma on Blu-ray.
Mm,
Or I guess on any form of disc, because I guess there's just not a lot of them.
they probably just don't have them in print, which is weird. I thought they would have them in print.
Because I had the big old double, triple disc special edition one, and it's people are always telling me like, oh, that's cool.
Some movies are like that. Like you can't find new copies of them just because they never made anymore. Like the movie Happiness. I've talked about it before. I'm going to get a copy and we're going to do it on the podcast. But they don't make any more copies of that. The only copies are ones that people already have.
Yeah, my buddy Tony has 9 figures. Shout out to him. I did the guest spot on his podcast.
Right.
Wicked Horror Show.
Mhm.
Give them a shout out. He is big into that. He has this like stacks of out of print
Yeah.
Blu-rays, DVDs. That
Some people are collectors.
he likes that. I mean, he collects all kinds of shit, physical
Mhm.
media, but he's like, that's like one of my favorite to find. I was like, yeah, because that's like gold, dude.
Mhm.
I like shit like that too.
And it sucks when they do like a reprint of it. It's like it makes
Yeah.
it not special anymore. But
Right.
yeah, so next year I'm gonna try to find.
I'm looking
And you
forward
think
to
you're
it.
ready for
I
it, but
think
you're
I
not.
am,
You
dude.
think you're not ready.
Look, man, I would rather sit through a shitty comedy than a shitty dramatic movie that I don't have any.
You heard it
like-
first. I can't wait for 2023. I figured The Pest because it's not a good movie, but
No, it's a fucking horrible movie, but
it
I
makes
love
me
it.
fucking laugh.
I love it, dude.
but I figured it would be a good kickoff. Like we both like this movie. It's silly. It's out there, but we're gonna get into the trenches. So I'm excited.
I love how excited you are.
I am so
Like,
excited.
I want to see this. Like, I want to see like how far this goes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited for next year now.
Because the thing about Nick is he doesn't know about those underground comedies. Like
I know about some stuff.
he doesn't know about the Greasy Strangler.
The what?
The Greasy Strangler.
Oh God, that does sound terrible. That's just like when you hear the title,
Yeah.
like, you know it's not going to be good. You just know it.
Right.
I have thought about some of the more absurd movies I've seen, not necessarily comedies, but just movies that I'm like, why the fuck did I ever watch this?
Yep.
And like I've thought about like, should I give this to Greg? Like, would Greg like this? And I'm like, probably not. Like, but why do I like it so fucking
Yeah.
much? I did want to talk to you about next year. I know we don't do a lot of guests. We do some guests. We do Mick and but there's a buddy of mine named Kevin that he's been in a bunch of movies. I've mentioned him before to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him to see if he'll come on the show because like he's been in so many movies, bro. Like you would not believe the amount of movies this guy's been in.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part is he's not like had like these big speaking roles. Like he's just like a background actor.
Oh, really?
But he always makes it into like these great shots, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's that guy, dude. And like he's the nicest guy ever, man.
He's an extra.
Yeah. Well, he calls it a background actor.
Oh, okay.
But he does I don't think he does it anymore. But they just announced that Princess Diary 3 is getting made.
Okay.
And he was in the first two.
Oh, really?
He played a boy that went to high school with Anne Hathaway in the first one, and then he's a groomsman in the second one when she's getting married.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like trying to like roll through his old contacts to see if he can find somebody that could put him in it.
Yeah, that
This
would
is
be
like-
pretty funny. It would be a nice little Easter egg if you like recognized him and you're like, where is he at? Where is
I
he
even
at?
pointed this man out to my kids, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Who the fuck is this guy?" And I'm like, "It's my friend right there. He's in this movie." And but yeah, like I thought that would be cool. Have him on, and we could ask him, about that stuff because he's got a bunch of really cool stories.
Mhm.
He's met so many like big name people, man. But yeah, he's a great guy, and like if he got that part, like how cool would that be that we could have a hand at getting him in that movie?
That would be pretty funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm totally down. Just
But I'm gonna reach out to him and see if
get
he'd
in contact
be
with
open
him.
to
And,
it.
yeah, we can meet up.
Because I think it would be a great. He lives in like Indiana or Iowa or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
It would have to be one of those deals.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
we'd
yeah.
have to get him in.
It's fine because me and Victor have to do it, so I'm kind of like well versed in doing it. So that's not a problem.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I thought that would be really cool to get him on because that's somebody like we haven't. I mean, we had Mick. You know what I mean? Who makes been in independent movies, but this guy's been in some big.
He's been in like big budget.
Dude, like there's movies that he's told me. I'm just like, I'm so fucking jealous. How are you in that?
Yeah,
like,
it would be cool to hear like behind the scenes stories.
Dude, he's in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, bro.
Is
like,
he?
He's in so many fucking movies. I wish I was in. Like,
yeah. Well, hopefully we can.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be.
Hopefully we didn't hype this up and it never works out and we don't get the interview.
Like, fuck this guy, dude. Like, promised us somebody.
Promised us fucking Kevin. We never got Kevin.
But
that'll be a fun little Easter egg for people. Try to pick out Kevin.
In a movie, dude, I'm telling you.
No, in the Princess Bride. Like, you know,
Princess Diaries.
Or Princess Diaries. You already know. He told you where he's at, so find him.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would look at the show. I mean, if they follow him on TikTok too, he's got way more followers than me. Thousands more.
Oh, yeah.
They probably recognize him before I would.
Yeah. That sounds fun. I'm into it.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to run that by you. But I like your idea too. I think it's going to be fun.
What, the comedies?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited as fuck.
I'm going to go in hard too. I'm going to try to find some of my guilty pleasures this year.
I miss those movies you used to give me that like push. What was the one John Leguizamo was in? The Empire,
yeah.
I love those like underground, like don't talk the
New
action.
Jack City I gave you, you know. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm King of New York. I'm gonna try to get back to that. See if I can find some hidden gems.
Yeah, I miss those movies because it was just something different, you know.
Well, that's what I was saying. The Princess Diaries is what got me thinking about that idea to begin with, because that is like a guilty pleasure. When we did that episode, I don't think I ever mentioned it.
No, you didn't.
I love those movies. I think they're great. I love Julie Andrews, Hector Elizondo. I love those movies. So, and I was really happy because the third one, you know, like I have a daughter now, so like it'll be cool. I got to take her to see it.
Right. That'd be super cool.
And if my friend Kevin's in it, then it'd be even better.
I hope he's in it just because it's like just a funny story.
Dude, it'd be awesome. Like, who could ever say they were in a trilogy?
Yeah. As a background.
And that's what he said. He's like, I got to know where my character's been at all this time. Like, I need to get back in there.
Right.
Like, that's badass, dude. I hope this fucking happens for you.
I hope it does. Like, let's start a fucking petition. Get Kevin in
Princess Diaries 3.
Yes. I keep wanting to say Princess Bride. Princess Diaries 3.
That's another one I wish we'd do one day, because that's a good movie. I love Princess Bride.
I just watched that. Like, the wife and I got together, and she's like, "You've never seen Princess Bride?" Made me watch it for the first time, like 5 years ago, maybe.
That and Robin Hood Men in Tights are Carrie's best movies.
Never seen it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely picking that bitch for you next year.
I was wondering how you were going to go with the comedies. I didn't know if you were going to try to match me comedy for comedy and we just do comedies all year. But
you want to go fucking out there comedies, bro. We can go toe to toe for that. Yes. I know just as many. We'll go Roger Rabbit in this bitch.
But I was thinking about it. I was like, I really don't give him that many comedies, and we always like talk about how much we love comedies.
Yeah, but you remember when you gave me Sasquatch Gang, you were like, look, I'm just going to tell you, you probably might hate it. You may like it. I don't know. And I loved it, dude. Yeah. I thought it was the right amount of silly, man. Like, I thought Justin Long, he's great in that movie. Like, I'm a big Justin Long fan anyways, but like, he killed in that movie.
Yeah, it's going to be movies kind of like that.
Yes,
There's like low budget comedies that are just kind of silly.
Murder Party, I enjoyed. It had some funny parts in it. Like, you know, like there's, you know, doesn't have to be big money for it to be funny. Right. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. I already got some picked out, but next week it's going to be Violent Night, which I'm fucking excited for.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
Until then.
Later, y'all.
Later.